We have now come to our commencement address, and it is my pleasure to introduce the 2011 commencement speaker, United States Senator Tom Udall. Tom Udall became New Mexico's 17th U.S. Senator on January 6, 2009, after 2 full decades of public service as a congressman, a U.S. representative, and New Mexico's State Attorney General. Throughout his career, the senator has earned a reputation as a leader who has integrity to do what is right for New Mexico and for our nation. A little of his history. Born to Stuart and Lee Udall in Tucson, Arizona, he still has deep roots in New Mexico. Senator Udall earned his undergraduate degree in Arizona, but he attended University of New Mexico Law School, graduating in 1977. The senator served as law clerk to Chief Justice Oliver Seth of the 10th Circuit Court of Appeals and became a federal prosecutor in the U.S. Attorney General's Criminal Division. In 1990, the New Mexicans chose him as their Attorney General. Elected with broad support, he fought to protect consumers against fraud and fought for our state's most vulnerable citizens. Attorney General Udall made fighting DWIs and domestic violence a priority. In 1998, he was elected to the 3rd Congressional District of New Mexico, which is our district, by the way, in the U.S. House of Representatives. In the House, Congressman Udall wrote and passed legislation to establish a national renewable electricity standard and championed expanding preventative health care. In 2008, Tom Udall was selected as New Mexico's junior senator. In 2012, with the retirement of Senator Bingaman, he will be our senior senator. In the Senate, he serves on 4 very important committees. The Commerce Committee, actually it's Commerce, Science, and Transportation. He serves on the Committee on Environment and Public Works, the Committee on Indian Affairs, and the Committee on Rules and Administration. On the Indian Affairs Committee, he carries on his longtime mission of helping shape the unique matters concerning Native Americans, including the economic development and Indian education and health programs. His work on the Commerce Committee focuses on a variety of issues, including consumer protection and oversight and expansion of the nation's communication infrastructure. His role on the Energy and Public Works Committee continues his important work on energy and environmental issues. The senator is married to Jill Cooper, and they have a grown daughter. In his spare time, he enjoys tennis, fly fishing, mountain climbing, and staying involved in the community. We're very proud to have Tom Udall as our senator, and I am proud to introduce him to you as our 2011 spring commencement speaker. Senator Udall.
Good morning, Eastern New Mexico University. Thank you to President Gamble, members of the Board of Regents, faculty, parents, family, friends, and the class of 2011. It's an honor to be here with all of you today. Graduates, would you like to thank everybody that helped you along the way? I know that President Gamble did this. Why don't we have a few of these people stand up? The faculty, please stand up. Parents, grandparents, please stand up. Friends, family, please stand up. Graduates, you stand up and give them a big round of applause. These people, these are the ones that helped you along the way. They're all right here. Today, graduates, you celebrate a remarkable achievement. For many of you, this achievement is the next logical step in a life filled with educational milestones. The journey you began as a child reaches its conclusion today. For others, the twists and turns of life may have meant a longer path. Regardless of which road you took today, because you continued reaching higher, because you refused to give in, you have achieved your goal. And I can't think of a better place to complete this significant educational milestone than right here at Eastern New Mexico University. There's something you may not realize today. Wherever you go from this point, whatever you do in the future, your name, your legacy will be tied to this extraordinary institution. I urge you to remember it well, to speak well of it, and give back to it as it has given to you. Our country is at a difficult and exciting point in history. The energy, economic, and national security challenges we face today demand innovative solutions. In this world, our nation's power will not come simply from our military might. It will be the product of our intellectual capacity, the strength of our institutions, and our ability to find new answers to old questions. It will be the product of all of you sitting here today. Now, as I say that and as I talk of your role in developing the solutions of tomorrow, some of you are likely thinking, yeah, if I could only get a job. The past few years have been tough for our country. Each and every person in one way or another has felt the impact of the worst recession since the Great Depression. For all of you, that means beginning your careers at a time when a job, any job, remains hard to find. The reality is that today, the number of young Americans out of work is the highest it's been in more than 50 years. Now that I've sufficiently depressed you and likely your parents as well, I want you to know that I believe things are turning around. While there may still be many challenges ahead, our future is filled with promise. So let's look on the bright side a bit. First bright side, all of you. Just by being here today, by reaching this milestone, you've faced adversity and you've overcome it. Maybe it was working to put yourself through school or helping your family through its own economic hardship, or maybe it was refusing to give up when you didn't know the answer, or when you were sure you were going to fail. The bottom line is you kept going. You found a way to achieve your goal, and you wouldn't be sitting here today. You are strong and informed and prepared to meet this new challenge, just as you have those that came before you. Second bright side, you live in a state that's poised to be a leader in the energy economy of tomorrow. Whether it is wind power expertise being honed right here in Portales, or a new solar technologies being deployed on your campus, or innovative energy solutions emerging from our national labs, New Mexico is at the heart of a coming energy revolution. What does that mean for you? It means jobs. Stable, good-paying, challenging jobs. Jobs that will allow you to use the education you've received here at ENMU, whether right here in New Mexico or wherever you choose to call home. Jobs that will allow you to gain expertise, grow your career, and grow your country. New Mexico has already begun creating massive numbers of clean energy jobs. Between 1998 and 2007, clean energy jobs grew 25 times faster than other jobs. I call these jobs the jobs of the future. Increasingly, they are also the jobs of today. But we've still got a long way to go. That's what I've been working on back in Washington. We have to foster a climate that encourages continued growth in this area. Through things like a renewable energy standard, putting a price on carbon dioxide pollution, encouraging green building, and restructuring our nation's energy economy. If we put our minds to it, New Mexico and all of America can produce the clean energy technologies that will power the future. The country that invented the light bulb, the automobile, and the internet is not going to finish last when it comes to developing new ideas. A couple of years ago, my father, Stuart Udall, who served as Secretary of Interior under Presidents Kennedy and Johnson, wrote a letter to his grandchildren that he titled, "My Generation's Mistakes, Your Generation's Epic Challenge." He called it the most important letter he would ever write. In his letter, my dad described his generation's struggle with the global energy crisis. It's a crisis that began decades ago and is reaching its zenith today. Here's what he said to his grandchildren, many of whom are near the same age as all of you. He said, quote, "The challenges that your generation faces will test your ingenuity and generosity. Your eyes will scan horizons that human beings have never contemplated. Your success today is why I feel so much hope for America's future. New Mexico has the creativity and the resources to transform America's energy economy and create the jobs of the future, right here at home. It's up to you how we do that." So since no graduation ceremony would be complete without the imparting of advice by every person who takes the stage, I want to close by sharing with you several things I've learned along the way. First, find a way to give back. You leave these walls able to contribute so much to your community and your country. With that ability comes responsibility. Whether or not you pursue a life of service, you can meet this responsibility every day. In the details of your life, the way you treat your neighbor and support your community, you can make a contribution. Second, practice perseverance. My dad was a master of this, sometimes to my mom's frustration. When my dad saw something wrong in the world, whether it related to conservation or national energy policy or fighting for our country's uranium miners, he dug in and never gave up. So when you see injustice, when you see cruelty, when you see mindless hatred or reckless greed, do something about it. Not only do you have the power, you have the responsibility. Third, all of you here today have shown how successful you can be when you put your minds to it. The downside of that success is that successful people often are their own worst critics. So as you begin building your life and career and legacy, try to remember to cut yourself some slack. Be kind to yourself. One visionary said it this way: there is a great need for loving and kindness towards oneself, and developing from that the awakening of a fearless, compassionate attitude toward our own pain and that of others. Which brings me to my final bit of advice. Be kind to one another. I spent more than a decade in our nation's capital serving the people of this great state. It's an honor to go to work every day for the people of New Mexico. But over the years, civility has increasingly taken a back seat to partisan politics and the political attack of the day. Now, don't get me wrong, anyone who gets into politics needs to have a thick skin. But there comes a time when enough is enough, and I believe that time is now. All of you have the opportunity and the power to change this, achieving the economy of tomorrow where every American can grasp his or her own piece of the American dream won't be accomplished by tearing each other down It will be done by building one another up. So as you begin making your way in the world, respect differences of opinion, build upon shared beliefs, set aside cynicism, participate in the national conversation. Most of all, be kind to one another. As one of our country's greatest presidents, Franklin Roosevelt, said, "Human kindness has never weakened the stamina or softened the fiber of a free people. A nation does not have to be cruel to be tough." I will close today by saying to you what my father said in his letter to our family almost 5 years ago. "Go well, do well, my children. Support all endeavors that promise a better life for the inhabitants of our planet. Cherish sunsets, wild creations, and wild places. Have a love affair with the wonder and beauty of the earth. Congratulations on all the hard work you have done to reach this milestone. As you go forward from here, know that while this path is complete, there are still many roads out there waiting to be explored. That's because no matter our age or educational degree or position in the world, we never stop learning. For all of us, education is a journey, not a destination. Thanks again for letting me join you on this special day, and very best of luck to you in everything you do. Thank you.